Sometimes in life, there are things that we can't explain. Tragedies that happen, people who die who shouldn't. Even people who were our best friends that were once a part of our lives that just disappear. And it always tears a piece of us away. Over the past few months and over the past few years, there's been some really big tragedies that have happened in our world. Both school shootings, maybe loved ones, people that matter to us, or even people we don't know that shouldn't suffer. And there's nothing we can do about it. Pretending that we're going to be able to stop the next tragedy isn't going to happen. Thinking that we are going to be able to force peace is never going to happen. We try to make peace using war. We think war is what's going to make people understand that we need peace, but it's not. Violence breeds violence. Death breeds death. That's how it is. People are always going to die. People are always going to suffer. That's how our world is. That's how our world was created. It sounds callous, I know, but it's the truth. We cannot sit around and say that we want change when all we do is destroy. Yeah, we want peace, but we'll kill each other and hate each other over race or religion, or for how we dress or what music we listen to, and it's stupid. If you want change in the world, you have to be the first one willing to make a change. You can't preach open-mindedness and then close your mind to everybody else's views. It's never going to work. Grow up. You want to sit there and you want to talk? Fine, talk all you want, but the reality is, the minute that you sit there and hate somebody based on what they look like or anything else like that is the minute that you, yourself, create more agony and more suffering and more torment. If you want something done, you have to be willing to make sure it gets done. You have to be willing to change yourself. We can't make other people accept us. And we can't make other people become what we want them to be. The entire idea of freedom and happiness and life and love and peace comes from the base premise idea that we are all who we are by nature. We shouldn't have to change to be accepted. We shouldn't have to make ourselves look like everyone else. We should just be who we are. Each and every person is special in their own way. Thinking that we are going to create a perfect world based on what everybody else wants, it's never going to happen. So I say, fuck what everyone else wants. Be yourself. Whoever you are, whether you're one of those people that others look at and think, oh wow, that person looks crazy, or I don't like the way she dresses, or your writing style is morbid, or whatever it is, whatever complaint that people have about you, just tell them, that's who I am, and you can accept that or not. We create our own racism. We create our own standards. Maybe it's time that people who want that freedom to be themselves stand up and take it. Not through violence, never through violence, and never through the suffering of others, but through simply being ourselves no matter what anyone else says or does to us. The soul of a person is who we are. What we do is ingrained in us. You can't take somebody who's meant to be a musician, who has the greatest abilities in the world, and then force them into something they don't want to do. We all want to try to please somebody. Let's try pleasing ourselves, because that is where peace is going to come from. That is when these wars are going to end, when we accept that we are who we are, What is inside us is what is inside us, and that's never going to change. You can push people down, you can try to break their spirit, you can try to force them to be what you want, but at the end of the day, inside, they know who they are. And for those of you who don't know who you are, figure it out. Don't sit on your ass and do nothing. You want to quit tragedy? You want to make peace? Be yourself and allow others to be themselves, even if you don't agree with what they do. That is who they are. Deal with it. Otherwise, stop talking about peace, because it's never going to happen if we can't start standing up for our own rights and our own selves. And if you don't like anything I've said, that's your problem, because I know who I am. Maybe it's time for everybody to do the same thing.